Hey guys, welcome back to VisionaryMotivation.com. My name is Vidal Cisneros Jr. and today is day 9 of the 30-day motivational challenge. And we are going to wrap up with the SMART way to goal set. Now the acronym for you guys that maybe have not been following from the first day of starting the SMART way to goal set. So the acronym SMART stands for specific and strategic, measurable, attainable, results-oriented, and relevant. And we are on day 5 of the SMART way to goal set, which is the final day, is time-bound day. So we're going to move right along, chugging on down. And here we go. So T is for time-bound, setting a target deadline. This is very, very important. It's probably just as important as the letter S, which means specific and strategic. So goals are dreams with a deadline. The letter T stresses the importance of grounding goals with a time frame, giving them a target date. A commitment to a deadline helps aim deliberate focus on efforts to completion of the goal on or before the due date. This part of the SMART goal acronym is intended to prevent goals from being overtaken by day-to-day activities that invariably arise. A time-bound goal is intended to establish a sense of urgency. I cannot stress this word enough, urgency. So a time-bound goal will usually answer the question, when? What can I do 6 months from now to achieve this goal? What can I do 6 weeks from now to achieve this goal and deadline? What can I do today to achieve this goal and deadline? So these are all very, very important questions. So I'm going to give you guys an example. You know, on a daily basis, I try to at least aim for 3 goals. Okay, so I just chunk them down by 3s. Tony Robbins is big on chunking things down. So one of my main goals, you guys obviously are aware of my video challenge. Okay, so I'm inside a 100-day ILN video challenge, which I'm doing another one inside of that, which is my 30-day motivational challenge to motivate and inspire you guys with some practical how-tos and tips to get you guys motivated every single day. So my 3 goals on a daily basis are: number 1, getting my video done by midnight; number 2, creating content, and if I can, create a blog post, which I've been lacking, and this is something I'm going to make publicly right now to announce that yes, I have to create a blog post every single day, which is a challenge, but I have to stretch myself. I preach this all day long, so I have to start doing it. And number 3, I try to create an atmosphere where I'm growing, an atmosphere where I'm always hitting my peak potential. So how do I create this atmosphere? It's getting myself in state, getting myself motivated through personal development, reading personal development self-help books, watching some of the stuff that motivates, inspires me, something that, you know, piques my passion, gets me pumped up, gets me motivated. You know, that's just one of my personal goals. So these are the 3 things I aim for every single day, and I try to do these, you know, right away as soon as I get up. But obviously the video one, I try to complete. The completion deadline is midnight Central Standard Time. So let's just be specific. It's midnight Central Standard Time, because I know sometimes our mind tries to wander and find an excuse and out, and that's why you have to be specific. So that sense of urgency for me every single day, as soon as I get up, it's there. But again, my top 3 things that I have to do every single day is create a video, number 1, create content for it, number 2, and number 3, set the stage for peak performance, set the atmosphere. Whether it's I go work out, whether it's I watch something motivational, whether it's I read a personal development book, whether I skim through something that I'm truly passionate about or something that piques my interest. You know, I'm always trying to put myself in a peak state somehow, some way. So just giving you guys some of my tips. And now that we're wrapping up the SMART way to goal set, I want to leave you guys with this other tip, this little nugget. The most important parts of doing this SMART way to goal set, the most important parts for me, okay, If you guys can just zero in on these two, you're going to begin to transform your life. And these two are specific. The S is one of them, okay? That's one. Make every goal specific and be strategic about knocking it out every single day, or whatever you have to do every single day. Take an actionable step every single day to achieve this. But what I mean by specific is be so specific that there's no way your mind is going to say, hey, there's three options here. Well, which one is it going to be? I want your mind saying, no, we already know it's going to be this one. There's no wandering. It's laser focus on this. That's it. There's no, well, it could be this one or it could be this one. Nope. Cross those out. We're shooting for this. So I don't want to hear no vagueness, like as far as I want $1 million. Okay, you want $1 million? All right. What are you going to make? How are you going to make this $1 million? Doing what? Just sitting on your butt playing the lottery? Be specific. All right, what are you going to be doing? You know, how much are you going to be putting forth to create this $1 million? Like, think about that. What kind of business are you going to have? How much a month are you going to have to make? How much a week are you going to have to make? So be specific with not just saying, hey, I'm going to make $1 million. I want you to narrow it down, be specific. Very, very important. Next part, which is important. Number 2, time bound. Have a deadline. Because a goal without a deadline is just a dream. Have a deadline. The due date is so important. I mean, think about this when you were in school. Your homework was due by a certain day. The test was going to be completed and done by this time. You know, make it time bound. It's very, very powerful when you create that sense of urgency through time and put a deadline on it, and there's no way you can just pussyfoot around it. You have to get it completed by that time, and that's it. And sometimes we're going to have to readjust the time frame, which is fine. But these two things, guys, are so very important. Make it specific and just put a deadline on it. You can just start creating. You can maximize and leverage your goals right now if you just do these 2 of these 4. Now they're all, of these 5, they're all important. But if you just focus on these 2, you guys are going to go a long way. Alright guys, so let me just give you guys the quick overview one more time. So a time bound, setting a target deadline. Goals are dreams with a deadline. The letter T stresses the importance of grounding goals within a time frame, giving them a target date. A commitment to a deadline helps aim deliberate focus on efforts to completion of the goal on or before the due date. This part of the SMART goal acronym is intended to prevent goals from being overtaken by day-to-day activities that invariably arise. We know they're going to arise. But a time-bound goal is intended to establish a sense of urgency. So guys, hope you got a lot out of this. Dropping some of my goal setting knowledge on you, which I have much more to share with you, and hopefully soon enough you guys will get some of that content. We shall see. Right now I am just about giving you guys complete motivation. I want to touch on this because I know a lot of you are out there struggling with your goals, and I want to see you guys start maximizing your goals and getting fired up about knocking those goals out. Because we are already in October, November's coming, then December, and then what? I want you guys knocking these goals out, at least getting a jump start before we get into 2014, where everybody starts setting all these, first of the year goals and all this stuff, and then those just die out within a month or 2. Everybody does that. So I don't want you guys to be those few. I want you guys to be action takers. Alright guys, take care. This is Vidal Cisneros Jr. If you've not done so, go over to visionarymotivation.com and subscribe. We'd love to have you on our newsletter and love to send you our new and cutting edge, things that we're working on, whether it's Empowerment Hour with my guy Eddie Aguiar, or whether it's some new things that I'm working on in ILN. Subscribe, and I'd love to keep you guys in the loop. and I would love to have you guys join the community. Alright guys, take care. This is Vidal Cisneros Jr. Over and out.